There's something up on the surveillance video. We've had a lot of people reach out. It appears as if someone tosses the towel to Ramon Preciado before he wipes down the door on the sedan. Is that how it played out? What can you tell us about that small part of the sequence?
Yeah, that's something we're still looking into. It's something that's been brought up in conversation about this, so we're still looking into that.
So that could potentially be a third suspect or someone that was there while the bodies were dropped off at the apartment?
As the investigation continues, it could be. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it is possible. If
someone was there, if there was a second person in that truck, could they be charged with the same altering of a corpse or, essentially moving the bodies? Is that
they could be, but I mean that's something that would be determined once the level of that person's involvement is understood, if that is the case at all.
We saw videos of police activity in the house of the Preciados where you take the mom. Are you questioning her?
I'm going to leave that question unanswered. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Appreciate it.
In other words, yes, the mother has been questioned. By not answering that question, they basically answered the question. Because, if law enforcement had not questioned the mother, had not interrogated the mother, if she didn't have anything to do with this at all and they weren't worried about her at all, they would straight up tell you, but they're not always going to tell you if they have questioned someone. They're not always going to release that information. So by not answering that question, they answered the question, basically. And a good reporter already knows that. They ask questions all the time, knowing that the police are not going to answer, but often that's the only answer you need. So yes, for a 100% fact, they haven't said it yet, but you can bet your ass that the mother has been questioned. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, technically, it's not the mother, it's the girlfriend, it's the side piece. Listen, I don't care if it's the mama, the godmama, the grandmama, the stepmama. Hell, I don't care if it is Madonna. Have you seen how Madonna looks lately? Her butt looks really weird. But anyway, I don't care who this woman is. Whatever woman is living in that house, technically it's the girlfriend, it's the side piece. Whatever freaking woman is living in that house has been questioned. And I am happy about that because when we look at that footage that they released, it damn sure looks like there was more than one person in that truck. And listen, I am telling you all, if you're new here, I don't buy a bunch of these video clips that they put out there during these true crime cases. I never saw the imaginary toddler that Carly Russell was trying to save. I never saw the imaginary kidnapper coming out of the shadows to kidnap Carly Russell. I never saw Brian Laundrie reaching his arms out of the garden as his mother fed him carrots in the backyard. Okay, there's been tons of videos put out there in these true crime cases that are total nonsense, and they're so stupid, and I will call it out every step of the way, I promise you all. But when I see this video, it damn sure looks like there's another person in that truck. It damn sure looks like someone's handing some towels or something. And more often than not, it's the mother that protects the psycho killer son. Usually it's not the father. Usually it's the mother trying to protect the psycho killer son. Now, like you all said, I don't know if this is the mom or some other lady. But regardless, it appears that someone else was in that vehicle. It looks that way to me. It definitely looks that way to me. And my question is, if we're to believe that all of this happened in 9 minutes, then isn't there a possibility that the father and the mother, or the father and whoever this woman was called to the scene and they just have no idea what was going on? There's not really enough time to explain what happened. So if we're really to believe this timeline, and if we are really to believe that the father and no one else was involved in this murder, they just, helped the son, I guess, in that little clip when he's hiding the car, then isn't there a possibility that the mother or whoever this woman was transported to that area with no knowledge of what was even happening, and they kind of dragged her into a situation that, you know, no one wants to be in. I think that's a possibility. But another thing that I think people need to think about here. Listen, more often than you think, there's little deals created behind the scenes with law enforcement and some of these criminals. I think there's a possibility that behind the scenes, on the hush-hush, they may know that, hey, the mother is involved, but hey, if you cooperate, we know that the mother was there at the scene. We don't think that she really had prior knowledge about what happened. We don't think she's really too involved. So if you cooperate, you let us know what you did. You let us know where it happened. You let us know this. You let us know that. Then maybe we just won't worry about the mama. We don't even have to put it on paper. Now, a lot of people think that things like that don't happen. They happen a lot. They happen a lot. More often than any of you all would think. So there's a possibility here that there's some deals being crafted behind the scenes to keep the mama free as long as you provide us with this and you provide us with that. Okay? And there's a possibility that they could be having discussions with the mama or the lady, whoever she is. They could be having conversations with her like, hey, we know we don't really think you're too involved in this. We don't think you helped kill Savanah and Matthew. We know you were in the truck though. So if you help us piece these pieces together, we'll kind of just forget about it. We'll let you go. You know, sometimes these are things that law enforcement isn't going to come out and let the general public know because the general public would be so upset. There may be retaliation. There may be something else. But little deals are crafted behind the scenes all the time. And there's a possibility here. I'm not saying this is the case. I'm just saying there's a small possibility that some type of deal is being crafted to keep the mama out of this. And maybe, you know, the father and the son, the reason why they went down so quickly, as soon as law enforcement shows up to the house, the father already acts like he knows why they're there. Maybe the reason why they went ahead and cooperated is because they're not trying to get the mama locked up as well. If you got caught, go ahead, confess, do what you got to do. Let's try to keep, you know, the mama out of it. I think there is a big possibility that that may be the case here because if law enforcement shows up to the house, they talk to the father and the father says they know that he knows why they're there and that they need to talk to his son, then why is he out here talking about fake news and you only take one side of the story and all of that? You know what I mean? So yeah, I do think that there may be some type of effort put forth by even these suspects to protect the mother or to protect the woman of the house in this situation. And there's a possibility that there's deals being crafted here to keep the mother out of this, you know, so these two suspects just go ahead and reveal the information that they have that they may be trying to keep, you know, on the hush-hush at this moment. I mean, you would think that whatever happened to Savanah and Matthew, all of this happened either right outside that house or pretty close by. And, you know, days passed by. So I think there may have been some conversations within that household. If you ask me, any and everyone that lives at that house needs to be questioned. They're all suspects, if you ask me. And I find it hard to believe that maybe no one in this house had knowledge as to what happened. You know what I mean? And like I said, when you look at that footage that was released, and we've all looked at it so much that our eyes are going to explode, but it really looks like there's a third person. This is not a conspiracy. This is not a reach. It looks like there was someone else in that vehicle, and it's not that hard to believe that there would have been. You know what I mean? Also, like, if your kid is calling you for an emergency and you don't know what that emergency is, and, you know, mom and dad are right there ready, maybe mom and dad traveled over there together. But once again, it all looks to me like the father, at the very least, had some prior knowledge of what was going on. It doesn't seem like there was like a look of shock when the kid pulls up with dead bodies in the car. It looks like that he was definitely familiar with the situation. I can't judge necessarily the other people who could have possibly been in the vehicle, but we're dealing with a situation where either the family members know where some of the family members knew what happened and they helped Christopher, or we're dealing with a situation where they were just brought into something so crazy that they maybe didn't even know how to react in the moment. And that makes it even worse on Christopher's behalf if you think about it like that. Because it's like, Christopher, you took 2 lives, or you took 3 lives. You killed Matthew, you killed Savanah, the unborn child, right? You ruined your life. Your life has been thrown away. You're gone for the rest of your life. You probably ruined your father's life. And there's a possibility that you ruined your mother's life, or your father's girlfriend's life, or whatever. The mom, the grandma, whoever the hell y'all think she is, okay? Whatever woman's living in that house, okay? Whatever woman that is. So it looks like you ruined multiple lives and ended multiple lives all within 9 minutes. Think about that. Within 9 minutes, an unborn child is killed, a pregnant girl is killed, a baby father, an expecting baby father is killed. A 19-year-old's life is ruined forever. The father of that 19-year-old's life is ruined forever. And possibly the lives of other people who are living in this household. Ruined forever within 9 minutes. 9 freaking minutes. But all in all, I don't want to point fingers and say, yeah, I think the mom's involved, because it could have been anyone in that truck, right? It could be anyone. But I do believe that there is a possibility, a huge possibility, that there was someone else in that vehicle. And I basically know for a fact, by the way law enforcement was answering questions, that the mother has been questioned. So the fact that the mother isn't in jail yet, maybe that should tell you a lot. But then again, the investigation is still ongoing. And like I said, we don't know what type of deals are happening behind the scenes. There's a lot, I'm sure, going on behind the scenes when it comes to this case. Hell, we don't even know where this crime actually took place for sure yet. But for now, let me know your thoughts. Do you think the mom's involved? Do you think it's the girlfriend, the baby mom, whoever the hell she is? Do you think that woman's involved? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're down there, if you're feeling generous, you can donate to the channel via Super Thanks, or you could donate directly. The better way to donate is via Cash App. I'll have my Cash App in the pinned comment. And you can help this channel for free by liking the video, subscribing, ringing the notification bell, all of that good stuff. And with that being said, I'll talk to you all very, very soon in the next one.